Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Jessica B, and I'm here to talk to you guys about hygiene. So first and foremost, excuse my voice, your girl caught a cold. I don't know where it came from. I don't know, maybe I was looking some doorknobs or something, but we here, okay? So I wanted to do this video. It's been a full year as a registered dental hygienist, and I'm so excited to finally do my what have I learned in a year video. So as you can see, I'm not sure if you can or not, but I did move, me and John did move to a different apartment. So that video will be coming up probably after this. There'll be one more video, and then we'll probably do our house tour. So I want to go ahead and hop right to it. So grab you guys some water. I got mine, pH from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to just go down the list of what I've written down as far as what I've learned from hygiene, and hopefully you guys can, you know, compare, contrast, or, you know, look forward to some of the stuff that I'm going to discuss. So sit right back and let's get started. So I got my list. Let me pull it up. Ooh, girl. So first off, let's backtrack. Let's rewind. Let's go back into the old Jessica. The first day of me being a hygienist was, the first day of me practicing as a registered dental hygienist was today, a year ago. September 12th was my first day as a working hygienist, working in the field. Of course, I was training. I wasn't actually working. Well, actually, I think I cleaned one patient the first day because they were super busy. So yeah, actually I did practice, but I think we did one patient, and then they were like, okay, come back so we can finish. So I was nervous. Hopefully I can put the old video of my first hygiene day or whatever in the end credits, you know, where you can pick on the video that you want to watch next of mine. And so I was so nervous. I had those nervous gas. You know that nervous gas, don't play. Nervous gas. I barely ate, but I had my lunchbox together. Like, it felt like the first day of school. And I remember they sent me everywhere. Like, my first, the job that I applied for was in Midtown, right? But they didn't tell me that training was all the way in Jonesboro, or excuse me, not even Jonesboro. It was Morrow, okay? It was in Morrow. So I went from Midtown to Morrow. First day, still gassy as ever. Driving down through Atlanta's crazy traffic to get all the way to Morrow. And then that's when I was doing like computer work training. And then they were like, okay. And then the next, and then I met up with my trainer. And so then from then on, we were working. But I was so nervous. I felt like, girl, how'd you pass boards again? Like, what really went on? I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was doing. And like, it was nervous because it was nerve-wracking because I remember that they had a different system. When I was in school at Fortis, we only used Dentrix or Dexys. So going from that to using Open Dental was a completely different thing. It was a whole 180, and I was like, what's going on? I felt like an idiot. I'm not even gonna lie. But once I got used to it and I figured out how to work this system and all of that, like I was doing the thing. And then I was starting to clean 15 patients, which of course led me to the video of me saying how I wanted to find a different job, which I did. So yeah, so that brings me to the actual list of what I've learned. As you guys know, I went from Mint Dentistry to another company. I don't even know if you guys know. If you don't, oh well, like it's not gonna hurt for you guys to know. But I did leave Mint Dentistry, and I'm currently at my second job as a hygienist. Been here for, I want to say 7 or 8 months now, and I'm loving it. So I'm gonna go down the list of what I've learned, what I loathe, what I love, okay? And here we go. So, trying to find it. Okay, I wanted to start off with something fun because, like, I don't know, when I feel I get icks. I get icks with certain people when certain people do certain things. Like, it's just an ick. Everybody has icks. Everybody has things that they don't like, that they do like. But my ick in hygiene is when people suction way too long. When they start doing that, I'm like, it don't take all that. Open your mouth, take it out, because the suction gonna back up in your mouth. You're not gonna like that. Open your mouth, stop suctioning for 50 years. I have places to be, people to see, okay? Stop suctioning so long. And then when they don't know how to suction and the stuff just goes down their face, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? Are you a 5-month-old or are you 50? Like, I'm pretty sure you've been to the dentist before. Like, you have a whole history of where you've been. So why are you acting like you don't know what you're doing? Please, let's get it together. I don't have time to be cleaning you. Like, I only clean teeth, not your face. Let's go. So stuff like that, I'm just like, y'all are really like bigger than this. Let's go, please, please. And they're like, oh, sorry, sorry. And the suction is sitting right there in their mouth. Like, I like to hold the suction. I'm not the type to like just leave it hanging. For me, that's just, it's too much. It's doing too much for me. I like to hold the suction. I like to retract with it. The suction is my tool. So I use the suction like that. So I wanted to start off with saying my icks because that was just something I thought of. And it happens more often than I think. So I have to like come up with ways to just, like, it's okay. That's just what they do. It's all right. So yeah. All right. So, reflecting on my 1 year, I want to say that you know a lot more than you think you do. And I'm starting to realize that based on the doctors that I talk to, or people just not realizing, oh man, this really does work, or I can't believe you turn your toothbrush to a 45-degree angle. No one in their life has ever told me that, and I've seen many hygienists in my lifetime, and for you to say that really lets me know that you're very knowledgeable of what you know. So it's really the small stuff. People are not expecting rocket science. When they come sit in this chair, they like layman's terms. You're not supposed to be spilling the whole book, Darby book on how to, you know, clean teeth properly and what layer of the tongue is this and what side is this. They're not expecting that, and they don't want to hear it either. So when you simplify things to where people can understand it, they'll appreciate it a whole lot more, especially when you baby your patients. If you baby people and you coddle them, they like that a lot. I've come to realize. It's weird. I don't per se like to be baby. I feel like, to me, you're patronizing me, and I don't like to be talked down on. But for them, and it's not talking down, but it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you didn't know such and such, but yeah, let me show you. When you're nice and you're kind of like making them feel like they're more in the right than anything, even though they're in the patient seat, then they feel a whole lot better. Sorry, I thought I saw something in the window. So yeah, you know more than you think. You have to have confidence in what you're saying. And if you don't know something, it's okay. You can be like, I'm not sure, let me find out for you. Turn right around to that computer, type it in Google, and then act like you knew it from the jump. Like, it's so simple. It's ways around it. And once you get a feel for how to go about talking to your patients and lead them to ask questions, then you can be like, okay, what questions do you have for me? Comments. And then you go from there. And it's always awesome, even if you don't know the right answer. And if you have like a TV on your wall, you can pull it up on your TV and show them Google. Let's look it up together. Like, we can both learn something new. Stuff like that. It's okay for you not to know everything. I don't know everything. My doctor doesn't know everything. Other hygienists don't know everything. And that's okay. I think that's the biggest thing to me as a hygienist. As someone who has graduated hygiene school, you thinking that you know everything, but you're really not. And it's okay. I feel like for most people, those who think that they can't learn anymore, or those who think that they're supposed to know everything, that's really damaging to your career. And I just feel like it's best to be open-minded, and it's okay to be wrong. It happens, and we're human, and no one is expecting perfection, so it's okay. Let me actually mark these as I go, because Jessica will get very confused, and I will probably repeat myself, and nobody wants somebody to repeat themselves. Oh my god. So, and there's no particular order in this list, y'all. I'm literally just going down the random ideas that I was thinking of. Okay, so one of my favorite things that really makes me feel confident in myself is when I moved to my second location, my second job. There was this hygienist there, and she was phenomenal according to everybody. She was phenomenal. Everybody loved her. Everybody wanted to request her. She knew how to work the system. And me still as a new grad, I did not know how to work the system the way she did. And a lot of people kind of wanted me to be like that. And I'm like, no, I am Jessica. Like, you can't be playing me like this. Don't expect the same thing that you're getting from somebody else, because I'm a completely different person. Hello. Like, if you wanted her, you should have kept her. That's how I feel. So once I started getting into my groove, hitting the ground running, you know, already expecting certain things to happen, people liked that, and they saw that, man, this is different. You know, even the old hygienist didn't do that, or I really appreciate how you do that. Some people don't even think about stuff like that. You're really caring, you're really thoughtful, stuff like that. Not to make the other hygienist feel any type of way. I don't even know if she knows who I am. But stuff like that really does grow your confidence, and it really makes you feel like, okay, maybe I am doing something right. Maybe I am on the right path, and I should just encourage myself a little bit more and prepare better. So that way I won't feel as though I'm slacking, especially when people try to compare you. And patients don't really think about stuff like that. They're like, oh, you're the new hygienist? Oh, where's the other one? Oh, I really liked her. Hopefully you can do just as good of a job. I'm like, hush and sit down. Like, when people say stuff like that, I know not to take it personal technically, because they don't know me. But at the same time, it's like, really? Like, you're not even gonna give me a chance? Like, you already kind of like making up in your mind how this is gonna go down. And then when you leave, you're like, dang, like, I like you. Can I request you? And that's like another point. Like, I love when people request I love when people request to see me, because stuff like that is like, man, okay, they have truly enjoyed their cleaning. They feel educated. They want to come back for more. They even want to bring their family back. Like, stuff like that really adds to the whole leveling up, I'm confident type situation. And I'm very appreciative for the people that have said that, or they'll put like a little notification on the schedule, like Jessica only. Even though I'm the only hygienist, it's still cool to see it. So I love when stuff like that happens. So one thing I do miss having another hygienist working with me. I'm the only one. I'm the only hygienist. And again, back to the confidence thing, it makes you miss it. Let me see, what's the right word I can use? It's always nice to have someone where you can go to them like, hey, what do you know about this? Am I doing this right? What do you think about this situation? Stuff like that. The ability to bounce ideas off of each other, I do miss that a lot. I miss being able to just readily go to the next op and be like, hey, can you please help me with this? Or I'm having a really hard time on the distillate number 5. Like, stuff like that. Like, I would love to have that type of access, but I don't. Hopefully one day they'll get another hygienist, a second hygienist, but right now your girl is holding it down. But again, it would be super nice to have somebody that just can keep you confident, especially another hygienist that has several years under their belt. That right there, it's just like, man, like, they make you feel like you're doing the most, to be honest with you. Like, it's like, you don't even have to do certain things. Like, it's another way to do it. Stuff like that makes me happy. So, I mean, it would be nice to have one, you know, maybe the next position that I'll have as a hygienist, I'll be able to have different hygienists working next to me, or me working next to them, however you want to say it. It'll be really cool to have that type of access. But for now, it's okay. Iron sharpens iron, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I want to stay sharp, and for me to stay sharp, I have to have someone readily available for me. Not just to go CE class here and there, but it would be nice to work side by side someone that's more knowledgeable than I am. So it being a year since I've had my hygiene license, I cannot remember. I think it's a year. I think I have to be a hygienist working for 1 year to get my anesthesia license. It's nerve-wracking, but I would love to try. I would love to at least have it. I don't even know if I would want to tell my doctor, because I don't need her relying on me. I don't want nobody having no Bell's palsy looking crazy, okay? I don't need that. So I'll see. I'm gonna do my research most definitely, just to see what the classes are looking like, so on and so forth. But for right now, I'm okay. I'm really just trying to focus on accruing more CE hours before December comes, because December is when my actual hygiene license will expire, the 31st of December. So I have a little time, but I don't want to be that person to wait till the last minute. I'm about halfway there, more than halfway there, because I need 22 hours in Georgia and I'm at 12, so I'm a little over half. So I really want to get some like courses to where I can actually sit and take notes and all that good stuff, and maybe do some like actual courses that I can actually train, and you know, just work on honing my skill and sharpening iron basically. So I would love to accrue more CEs live and in person. So I'm hopefully I can do that and look for some classes today, and just see what's out there. So when I go home and when there's like family gatherings, the funniest thing to me is when your family thinks that you about to do some type of surgery on them every time they see you, or, oh man, I got this cavity, can you look at it? Do I ask you to do stuff when you not at work? No. But it's just so interesting. I guess they think I'm a doctor, not knowing the difference between a hygienist and an actual dentist. I don't do that. I barely want to look at your mouth anyway. Like, I love you, but go find you a dentist. Like, I don't even work here. I can't do anything for you. I'm not licensed in Alabama. So there's nothing I can do for you, sis, cousin, brother. Like, let's go. Let's go find you somebody. It's just funny that they trust me, but I can only do so much. I can point you in the right direction and hope and pray that you follow through with them. Because to me, you've been new. You knew you had that big old gaping hole in your mouth, and you decided to come see me as if I'm a miracle worker. I believe in God, but baby, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing for you. So, you know, it is what it is. So another ick that I wanted to mention was when patients don't turn their head. So, you know, turn right, turn left. You see how simple that is? But baby, when I tell you, it's like pulling teeth, literally. They will, so I say turn right, turn more. Can you turn, like I have to do like this, not rough, but I really have to push their head, because it's like you really have to like move their head for you, because they're not gonna move, and I'm not about to break my back, which leads me to the next point. Go see your chiropractor. If you don't take anything else from me today, please go see your chiropractor, because my God, the stuff that I've been dealing with for the last month or so has been kind of crazy. So I've been cleaning while standing. I've been standing and cleaning for like 2 months now, and I've actually really enjoyed it. At first I thought it was just like too much, but at the back of my back on the right side where your kidneys are is where I started having this really sharp pain. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Am I doing something wrong? I was trying to make sure I'm not turning this way. But believe you me, if you turn ever so slightly, you stay like that, you will pull a muscle and you will push disc out of place. And I didn't know that until I went to my chiropractor. She was telling me that how I pulled a muscle and that muscle is actually inflamed. So I had to start back sitting down, cleaning my patients, which isn't bad, which does help me with my my ergonomics. But I like to do both. So I'm gonna try to wear a waist trainer while I'm cleaning and see how that helps me, because I'm gonna be rigid. The waist trainer is gonna be very rigid. Sorry, there's like a fruit fly in here or something. Anyway, so the waist trainer is gonna be very rigid, and I wanna make sure that my ergonomics are good and I'm neutral at all times, and that way I don't have to worry about pulling any muscles. To go along with that, stretching is probably the best thing that you can do for yourself, even if it's touching your toes for about 30 seconds, turning side to side, stretching this way, you know, reaching for the stars, going back, stuff like that to kind of loosen you up for the day really does help, because if your muscles aren't used to doing that, they become very, oh, it's raining. If your muscles aren't used to doing that, they become rigid, and once you actually try to use them, it's gonna hurt. So it's best that you just go ahead and knock that out in the morning before you see your first patient. Do a little stretch, you know, do some prayers, whatever you need to do to woosah. That'll really help you with the day. Okay, so another thing with the whole stretching chiropractor is Pilates. I feel like Pilates for me has been very great, and I've slacked a lot when it comes to Pilates, so I want to get back doing that. I want to get back to going to Club Pilates, doing my classes. I don't know if I think the earliest they have is like 6, maybe 5. I don't know. I have to look and see, but I would love to continue to start back doing Pilates. maybe before work or something, or after, just to get some exercise in that's different from weightlifting, because weightlifting has been my go-to for the longest, and I just know it's always good to switch up. I know it's always good to switch up your workout routine so your body doesn't get used to something. That way you can have better mobility, and you're just switching it up. It's always good to change up your routine so your body doesn't get set on one particular thing. So one thing I do kind of enjoy, at first I was very nervous with, was ordering my own supplies, because in Fortis they did teach you how to take inventory, all of that. But when it actually came to supplies and knowing exactly what you need, a resting or a kicks, do I need toothbrushes, do I need floss, like you'll forget that you ordered something, or you didn't order something, then it's too late and you can't order till like 2 weeks from now. And that right there is kind of bad, because like I ran out of fluoride one time, y'all, and I had to go to a sister location. I said, can y'all at least drop it off by on the back side of y'all building so I can go pick it up after y'all close? And when I told y'all they didn't do it. So the next day I had to go back, and then I had to ask them for it. Like I had to literally stop them. They weren't even open. I think I pulled up at like 7:30 because I'm an early bird, and I wanted to make sure like were people coming or not. So I did pull up, and then I got a box from there. But I was like, never again. I'd rather over order than not. Like y'all can like dismiss my over budget all day, but you gonna know I need something, so you better let me have it. So stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I did mess up. I dropped the ball, but hopefully I won't have to worry about doing that again. Certain things I don't have to buy, like you might be training with a hygienist and they might love a particular item. That does not mean that you have to order the same thing. Like people are gonna like what they like. Like say for instance fluoride. There are the little fluoride packets, the sodium fluoride that comes in like the little I'm not gonna say, is it like plastic or aluminum that you peel back? That's the one where you have to wait like an hour to 3 hours to eat or drink anything hot, sticky, or crunchy. So that's one. And then the other one is the pen. Now the pen is my personal favorite, because the pen, all you gotta do is twist the cap, and it automatically has a little brush on the end. You twist it and it opens up the tube that's built inside the pen, and then you just brush it on the teeth, and then they can go eat. They just can't drink or eat anything super hot for 1 hour so it doesn't melt off their teeth. But stuff like that I think is amazing. I think it's genius. I love anything that's gonna save me time, save the patient's time. So at least they're getting fluoride in. They don't feel like they have to like suffer for 1 to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So again, you don't have to like the same stuff people order. Like you would be going crazy if you ordered literally everything off that supply list. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Like it's too much. So trust me on this. Auntie cousin Jessica is telling y'all, chill out. See what you like. Test out what you do have for the moment. And if you like something, order it. Easy. I'm trying to think, y'all, what's my favorite thing about hygiene? And this is the last point I'm gonna make because I'm almost at 30 minutes. My favorite thing about hygiene is seeing my patients smile, seeing my patients happy, seeing my patients appreciative of what I've done, to seeing them have dental phobia, to seeing them come back and wanting to come back to have me clean their teeth because they've enjoyed it so much and they've never had an experience like this before, to where they're like, this is nothing like how I experienced. This is nothing like the experience that scarred me from even wanting to come back and get my teeth cleaned. And I'm not crying, but it does get a little emotional, especially when you see a patient cry. When you see them cry and you know that you've changed their life, and you know that they're not going to be on the same type of journey anymore, and they're going to start off fresh and new. That is beautiful to me. That right there, anything can happen, and that right there is going to be permanently etched into my memory, into my heart, because stuff like that is just beautiful. And it's always cool to have like patients bring you things because you mentioned something or they want you to try something out. I've had patients bring me food. I've had patients give me money. I've had patients bring me, books and stuff to read because I love books. I love to read and stuff like that. When someone is thinking about you, even outside of the dental office, that you've impacted them so much so that they think about you and they want to do something special for you, even though that's your job. To me, that's beautiful. And I thank God for stuff like that. I pray that I can continue to do that because I know I'm making a difference. And at least I know I'm doing something right. Even if I don't have another hygienist next to me, it's always cool to see your name on Google when you look at the reviews and they're always shouting you out saying how wonderful of an experience that you've had with them. That is awesome. So I always try to go the extra mile to make sure people are comfortable, like bringing blankets in. Do you need water? How about the TV? Do you want to watch YouTube? There's free movies on YouTube, guys. Shout out to YouTube for putting on some fire movies. Now You See Me, Now You See Me Too, G.I. Joe. Those type of movies right there, get them every time. And they love Steve Harvey. They love watching Steve Harvey. Like, find some full episodes of Family Feud. They'll be set. But stuff like that, I love to go the extra mile for my patients to make sure they're happy and they're comfortable. And it's not just about getting their teeth clean. It's not just about, you know, letting them pay money for their cleanings. It's about the experience and letting people know that you're more than just a number. I don't care about the stuff in your wallet. Of course, I'm going to get paid regardless. It's just important that you set the tone for them so that people are confident in their health, in their oral health, and that they can survive without you when when they go home. So to me, seeing a smile on their face, especially after they're done, is super, super precious to me, and I'll forever look forward to that and long for that. And that's my goal, is to make sure people are happy and comfortable. So that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for sticking with me on this journey. It's been a full year as a registered dental hygienist, and I thank God that He's allowed me to make it this far, because He didn't have to do it, but He did. And I'm so happy, and I hope what I talked about wasn't too crazy. I know I'm sick and sounding like Darth Vader, but pray to God that I get better. I'm gonna go warm me up some tea in a minute, because this is just too much for me anyway. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. DM me on Instagram @_Jostic. That's JOSTIC. And let me guys think. Let me guys know what you guys think. What type of videos do you want to see? I got a new camera. I can vlog. I can do all kind of things. So let me know what you want to see. The next video will be, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys. The next video will be of me and John. And I'm just super excited to show you guys what happens on the outside of hygiene. So I'll talk to you guys later.
No reason to go back on my love. I'll hold you so tight to be snug. She might be my baby.